That shit happened in the chapel at Oral Roberts University in Tulsa. ORU is known as the safety school for kids who couldn't get into Tulsa Community College. Welcome to News Griddle. On today's show, San Diego Mayor Bob Filner discovered there's a limit to just how many asses you can grab and nipples you can tweak before you lose your fucking job. And that number is 53. I'd have thought it much lower. And the porn industry shuts down after an actress, seriously, are we still calling them actresses, is infected with HIV. Now, back to this nightmare at Oral Roberts. This shit went down on a Saturday, but I'm betting before that, a bunch of old white guys got together at a Denny's somewhere to brainstorm ways to combine their love of God and country into one horrific, misguided act. And in a packed crowd in front of hundreds of parishioners, this is what they did. A church spokesman said that Bald Eagle wasn't hurt. Listen, we saw what happened. It went full speed into the glass and then dropped 30 feet to the ground. That bird got hurt, make no mistake about it. Their bones are hollow. It's what lets them fly. If you believed in science, you'd fucking know that. And by the way, that picture you released to the media, it looks like a buzzard with his head spray painted white. Here's the deal. I get that you lied. I really do. Because if the symbol of American freedom and democracy died inside of your glass-walled chapel as a direct result of your infinite stupidity, your whole operation kind of falls apart, doesn't it? Here's the problem, Oral Roberts. You guys have been trying to get the country to return to some weird version of our mythical past. I get it. Man, I get it. You liked being in charge, and that's cool. But what you did is exactly what our founding fathers warned us not to do. You literally combined church and state. Jefferson said don't do it. Hamilton said don't do it. Shit, I think even Glenn Beck at one point said don't do it. But you didn't listen. You brought America into God's house. And America tried to kill itself. San Diego Mayor Bob Filner reluctantly resigned this week after being accused of sexual harassment by, well, let's be honest, a shitload of ladies. I mean, like a typical case is 3 women, 2 actual victims, and some skank Gloria Allred keeps locked in a basement until she smells a big settlement. That's the norm. But Filner, he didn't give a shit. Pretty, ugly, old, young, didn't matter. If you had breasts and worked in or around downtown San Diego between December of 2012 and last week, chances are Bob Filner licked your face. Or you felt his balls brush against the back of your hand at a cocktail party. Here he is to explain in a segment we call, What? What?
What? What?
Well, they did it. They booted old Bobby Filner out of office. They held my feet to the fire and I got the scorch burns on my ass to prove it. What? What? Did I do anything so bad? There was a time when you could compliment a woman in this country by giving her a nice little pat on the butt, or licking her face, or putting your hand down her bra. But not anymore. Now it's considered sexual harassment. What? What? And sure, I took a trip to Paris, France on the taxpayers' dime and brought a couple of San Diego's finest over with me. Sorry for caring about our heroic first responders. Plus, those guys have so much shit on me, it's kind of ridiculous. Let's just say I got a few skeletons in my closet, and they're all wearing schoolgirl dresses. What? What? I take care of my own, just like I took care of the people of San Diego. Anyway, this is the end. Bob Filner Express stops here, and all he got to show for it is a heavy heart and an empty sack. But I'll confess, it was a hell of a ride.
Porn actress Cameron Bay's recent HIV diagnosis has led California officials to issue a health advisory and temporarily shut down the entire industry until all of her recent partners can be tested. I'm thinking that's going to take a little while. Bay believes she may have contracted the virus while shooting the comic book-inspired Thor. I'll give you a hand job. although insiders say it was likely the gangbang scene in her last film, Pacific Rim Shot. So to be clear on what's happening, California issues a public health advisory because an adult film star contracted HIV. But if you live in California, you're still free to engage in pornographic acts with random strangers to your heart's content. Group action, 5 ways, 10 ways, the Copenhagen car wash. Whatever you're into, that's fine. Not a public health issue at all. So, you can make porn and you can film porn. You just can't sell porn. Because that apparently is how you get AIDS. That's News Griddle for this week. Thanks for watching.